back on Sunday, beating the Jets 24-17, while the Cowboys looked to have a formula for success in the first half before giving up the lead and losing to the Falcons. And let's not forget about the Giants, who on Thursday night won their first game over the Redskins. The Cowboys still are first in the East at 2-1, while every other team in the division is 1-2. Eric Allen is still here with us, which we appreciate. Eric, your turn to weigh in first. I'm very eager to hear this. Who is going to win the NFC East? I know you're an Eagle.
Yeah, listen, Eagles got a big win. That was a huge win. But there's still a tremendous amount of questions for this football team. I'm glad to see the defensive secondary, 3 interceptions. Walter Thurman, a couple guys coming with some big plays, attacking the football, which is great. First time we've seen that kind of consistency in the backfield for a couple years now. Offensively, a lot of woes. They had 108 yards. This is the mighty Eagles. 108 yards passing. That's ridiculous.
That's genius. Chip Kelly, genius.
Unbelievable. No big plays. Where's the big plays from the Philadelphia Eagles? We used to see, 20-yard average receivers, guys, catching the ball across the middle. So I'm not sure what's going on with the Philadelphia Eagles. My bank and my money is on the Dallas Cowboys.
Thank you.
Even with the injuries.
You guys talking about?
Even with the injuries. And I am not a Cowboys fan, as you know. With all the injuries, this team can run the football effectively, like they showed
in the first half.
Atlanta's a much improved football team. Okay, they do an outstanding job. Julio Jones has like 36 receptions, the most in NFL history in the first 3 games of the season. Very difficult to stop him. The running game was going to have great balance, and they figured out that, Wheaton is going to be okay if there's a balanced attack. But if we make him throw, if we stop the run, load the box up, force him to throw the football, there's going to be some issues there. But I think the Cowboys, Rod Marinelli being able to scheme, will be able to overcome some of those issues. I have the Dallas Cowboys eventually winning the NFC East.
Talk more. I want to hear some more.
No, I
you like that? I know you would like that. I know. And because when Romo gets back, and when Dez gets back, hopefully after the break for this football team, they're going to have that guy. Because right now, the number 1 receiver, well, he's not getting it done. Terrence is not getting it done.
I thought I told you I didn't want to hear no more from you.
So Dallas Cowboys.
I tried to tell you that.
Winning.
I tried to tell you
NFC
that. Don't ignore me, Eric. Don't ignore me.
Cowboy hater.
In all seriousness, I've conceded a couple of weeks ago that the Dallas Cowboys are going to win the NFC East.
Hey, look at that.
I said to you,
EA comes on the scene.
I saw how atrocious the Philadelphia Eagles were. And in fairness to you guys, I haven't been totally revealing. It's not just the way the Eagles look. It's the way some of those guys I still hear feel about Chip Kelly. Now, I'm not going to revisit that, but that was a very, very real problem. It continues to be a very, very real problem with Chip Kelly. Chip Kelly is a guy that some would say they have won in spite of, not necessarily because. Now, there's but so many jobs in the NFL, and they're going to go play for him because people want to play in the NFL. But the Cats ain't excited about playing for Chip Kelly. The mad genius, Mr. Experiment and all of that other stuff. I mean, that star has dimmed considerably. Make no mistake about it. And I think when you combine that with the weapons that you see Dallas have, even in the midst of them losing the way that they lost yesterday, the only team I see capable of doing that to the Dallas Cowboys, what Atlanta did to them in the second half, is the New York Giants. Because of Odell Beckham Jr. With Randall, assuming that Victor Cruz ultimately comes back. But even then, can that defense do what, the Jets defense was able to do to the Eagles? I think when you look at Dallas and what Atlanta was able to do to them in the second half, I don't see too many teams capable of doing that to them, especially in the NFC East. And with the New York Giants, I can see their defense being a bit suspect. I think they will beat the Dallas Cowboys when they face them next, because I think they will split this season. Dallas Cowboys beat them opening night. I think the Giants will get them back.
At Jerry World.
At Jerry World.
Which is like an away game for my Cowboys.
Yes, to some degree. But I do believe that the NFC East is so suspect. I mean, Kirk Cousins, please.
Yeah.
Please.
Don't get me started with him. He's allergic to bright lights, okay? He don't want any parts of it. The brighter the lights. I mean, you want to have a shot at winning if you're the Washington Redskins, stay off of national television. Because that way Kirk Cousins will be more than happy to show up. You put him under the bright lights, he will shrink like the wicked witch having water poured on him.
Wow.
That's Kirk Cousins. I'm just done.
Maybe he's just trying to do too much.
Thank you for that visual.
It's just the truth. It's just the truth, okay?
We don't want to see him just like go away. You know, like
well,
that.
I'm
But
just saying.
She was done.
He's
You know, she was
well,
like,
I didn't mean it that way. I didn't mean it that way. What I mean is that he's done. Okay, that's all I meant by that, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I haven't watched the show in a while, okay? All right, but I was just trying to say
I
she's
saw it
shrunk.
lately.
I was just trying to say
Which
she's
is my
shrunk.
favorite
That's
show.
all I
That's
said.
my favorite. My favorite too.
I'm so touched. I'm so touched by y'all. All right, I'm so touched. It's so touching. Okay, I don't remember all the details about the wicked witch shrinking. All right, but I just know it has happened. All I'm trying to say is, you look at that, and then you look at, the Eagles. I'm so disappointed in what I have seen.
Not seeing it.
I'm so disappointed. How are you scoreless in 7 of 12 quarters this season? How are you scoreless? I don't see it. So to me,
franchise on the way.
All I have to hold on to is that the Dallas Cowboys will find a way to sink come postseason time. That's all I have to hold on to. I really do.
So to sum this all up, we should remind people to just, I'm going to paraphrase you, just stay on the weedin', right?
Stay on the
weedin'. Because he was pretty great in the first half yesterday. 13 out of 14.
Yeah.
He made one bad decision and one bad throw. Tried to play hero, rolling the wrong way to his left, get the ball back to Witten. Doesn't have to do that.
Feeling himself a little bit.
For the game, again, seriously, when I look at completing 22 of 26 for 232 for Brandon Weeden. I told you, if I told you that on Friday, you would have said, oh, they win that game. They rushed for 127 yards. Now, most of those came in the first half because they went backwards for 4 yards in the second half. Okay? So, look, I'm going to sum up what happened to these Eagles at the Jets. I firmly believe this. It was the classic case of the whole world said, the Jets are going to walk away with this game, and Sam Bradford might not survive it. He might not literally, football-wise, live to tell about this experience at Jets. And the Jets just didn't show up.
No.
They didn't show up emotionally. And you can't do it against a still decent and somewhat talented NFL team. I don't care who it is.
It's called
even
Sproles.
one coached by Chip Kelly.
Yeah.
What's
it's
that?
called Sproles. That's what it's called.
And Sproles.
Yeah.
Okay? You can't let him loose on a punt return or you're going to lose. Your quarterback, who's just okay. You're just trying to get through the night with Ryan Fitzpatrick. If he's going to have to throw it, I don't have it in front of me. What was it we talked about earlier? 58 times?
Yes, 58 times.
And if he's going to throw 3 to the other team, and then Brandon Marshall's going to try to make the ultimate hero play and lateral it as he goes down to nobody except the wrong team, that's 4 turnovers and a punt return. You're going to lose. You're going to lose. I'm sorry, but it doesn't mean the Jets are terrible and the Eagles are going to win the NFC East. It just was one of those any given Sunday kind of NFL games. So we're back to my Dallas Cowboys, and pretty soon, remember, Jeremy Mincey, maybe you don't know him, but he was their sack leader last year. He got a concussion in Philly in the warm-ups and played and practiced all week, and then he couldn't go yesterday. So that's a big loss. It's a big loss.
It is a
Cowboys need to find a way to get the #1 receiver. Terrence needs to play better. He needs to score.
They can't get down by a lot and have to throw.
He needs to be the #1 guy.
They were up 21-7. 28-14, and got shut out in the second half. I don't want to hear something about they need to be up. They lost because they got ramrodded because their defense was suspect when it counted. Now, you should jump on that because of the Giants.
To throw, Stephen A. That's when they're in trouble. The Giants should be 3-0. Trust me, I believe that. But I get that they're suspect in certain areas, and I can't trust them either. But they could be 3-0. I'm not writing them off.
They could, but they're not. And at the end of the day, Skip, here's the bottom line, okay? All of these things that you point out just plays right into my hands. You see, the Dallas Cowboys are elevating in levels of significance because once he's upset this morning.
Why?
But just give it because they lost. Because he's always heartbroken. I mean, listen, this is the guy that quit on the Spurs and was getting ready to just eradicate his column because the Spurs lost a regular season night and messed up his column one day. This is ridiculous. That's how emotional it gets. It's just one night. It's just one night. But trust you me on this. Trust you me. By tomorrow, The smile is going to be back on his face. He's going to be all right. He ain't going to be melancholy. He's going to recapture the momentum, talking about what they're going to do. And trust you me, all of these foolish, ridiculous Cowboy fans, Cowboy Nation, the worst fans in America, by the way, they're going to jump right on the bandwagon. They're going to jump right on the bandwagon, and they're going to sit up there and go like this. We are going to be all right. We are going to be all right. Oh, please.
Greg Hardy, Rolando McClain, Randy Gregory, Jeremy Mincy. Let me have them all back and let's see that smile wiped off your face.
Last comment. I swear that last comment. I swear. Those very people that you're relying upon, are you sure they're going to last the season? I mean, it could be anything. It could be anything.
Thank you so much for being here.
You know what? I love you, and I wish you'd stay.
We got to go to break.
I'm just saying.
Skip resilient, just like those Cowboys. Peyton Manning and the Broncos get a decisive win over the Lions in Detroit and are now 3-0. Can the Manning questions now be put to rest? We'll answer that after the break.
Not laughing about Greg Hardy.
I know.
Know that.